Yo, welcome back to another Division 2 video. I hope you guys are enjoying the content on the channel. If you're new, like I always say, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. 100 plus likes on this video and we can keep the content flowing throughout the week. As you can see, we got gameplay on the screen, man. This is one of my favorite PvP builds to use in duos, groups with the clan. It's just hitting really nice right now. Survivability is decent. We're hitting hard at the same time. I would suggest a build like this in the DZ. So as you can see in this gameplay, we are close and personal with these enemies. We want to be right up in their face with the SMG. That's what SMGs are about. You don't want to be shooting them across the road, down the street. You know, you're not going to do a lot of damage. You want crits and you want to be making sure you're hitting them numbers. So with this build, that's what it's going to provide you, especially if you're doing it in my playstyle. You guys can switch things up, go towards an assault rifle, shotguns, damage to armor builds do work in that way as well. So keep that into consideration. Go towards what you feel more comfortable with. However, a player like me, I like to strafe, I like to move around quickly, I like to put my kits in certain positions. I just like to be really pushing and aggressive. So if you're that aggressive player, maybe this playstyle is for you. Also, I just wanted to put across, like, this build doesn't consist of armor regen, hazard protection, you know, that meta kind of side of things. This is just straight armor with crits, and you know, we're doing a lot of damage to armor. This build does consist a lot of that, so you put that into consideration as well, guys. This is nothing towards, you know, regen and all that sort of stuff. If you wanted to, you could switch the build up, go towards hazard crit chance, regen crit chance. You can switch things up, but like I said, I just wanted to go towards something that I know in groups it might help, alongside in conflict as well. This was pretty fun to use, so I'm all about focusing the guy on the other team. I pick one and I focus him, especially when I know I can hit all my shots. I'm going to be dealing a lot of damage depending on what they are running. Also, recently I have been getting a lot of messages about PvP tips and tricks and how I play, how I strafe, my movement, etc. If you guys really want a full video on that, just put it in the comment section. Depending on the amount of people that ask for it, I'll do it. So yeah, man, if you really do want that, hit the comment section. Also, guys, tell me the changes you would do to this build I'm about to show you. Let me know. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this build. As you can see, man, 1.5 million armor. Who's complaining? I mean, it's decent amount of armor. A lot of damage we're going to be outputting. So just put that into consideration, yeah? Right, so what do we have for our pieces? 2-piece Sokolov, 2-piece Walkers, and we have damage to armor glove and damage to targets out of cover knee pad. What is our weapons? Why are we using the Vector and the shotgun? You might be looking at this like, why are you using these guns? I'm using this gun because it's got God roll stats and it comes with Instinct. The Vector has a lot of RPM as well. This patch, this, you know, update, a lot of updates, we've been focusing on guns that shoot fast. So the Vector is a really fast gun, so that's why I like to use this. Instinct is going to give us that extra 30% total weapon damage overall on this build, especially when you use the shield with the skills. You're proccing, so that's why I'm using a Vector with this talent. For the shotgun, we got Optimist on here. If someone's on one shot and I just want to really get them out really quickly, that's what I do. Just quickly, boom, 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 done. They're gone. Simple as that. That's the guns I'm using. You guys can switch it up. You might want to use the Lady Death. You know how it gets, man. I just want to switch things up, change it, man. I'm tired of using the same weapons in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. But what do we have on our mask? We have a Sokolov mask. Now, it gives us 10% SMG damage and 15% critical hit damage. So for the core attribute, max armor. For the attributes on the bottom, it's just crit chance, crit damage with a monster. Simple as that. That's what I would go towards to get a lot of damage on this build. For the chest piece, we have Intimidate on here. Why do we have Intimidate? You guys know now. Come on, you guys know. While you have bonus armor, it's going to amplify our total weapon damage by 35%. Simple as that, within 10 meters. So if you're really close to someone, especially when this is an SMG build, you want to be up close, submachine guns. You don't want to be far away down the street. This is going to help you. This is going to increase the damage by 35%. Who's complaining? So yeah, really make sure you pair this with Adrenaline Rush, of course, because you're going to need the bonus armor to get this activated. What is the stats on here? We have weapon damage on top, basically max roll nearly. For the attributes on the bottom, like I said, crit chance, crit damage, multiple crit damage. Simple as that, guys. Now for our holster, this is the first piece of Walkers. What does Walkers give us for the 2-piece? 5% weapon damage, 5% damage to armor. That's what we need on this build. Core attribute, armor on top. Nice. Attributes on the bottom, crit damage, hazard. But I don't want hazard. I'd rather have crit chance there. Of course, there's some improvements to this build I would like to make. But still, man, this build is really hitting. It's still hitting hard. For the knee pad, this is the named Fox Sprayers knee pad. You guys know what this is now. It gives us rifle damage, but we're not really going towards that. We're just going towards the name attribute, which is the damage to targets out of cover for 8%. It's yellow, you can see it there. Fox Sprayers knee pad. We have armor on top, crit damage, and obviously the named attribute. Who's complaining? I really do like the rolls on here. It's a nice knee pad. For the glove, damage to armor glove. Now, the reason why I went for this is because we're pairing the two walkers together, which is giving us 5% damage to armor. On top of that, we have 6% damage to armor on my gun, and this glove is giving us 8% damage to armor. It's a named glove, contractor's glove. Guys, go farm the summit, go towards what you want to get. Just, change the target loot to what you need, man. This is going to help you with this build, especially. Crit damage, armor on top. Done. Simple as that. For the backpack, the second piece of the walkers, we have weapon damage on top. I would love to change that to armor, but we just need to farm. Crits, all on the attributes there. Crit damage, crit chance, mod slot of crit damage. Now, this is what we want to pair with Intimidate for that to proc. Adrenaline Rush. This is perfect Adrenaline Rush. Whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, yes, whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, you gain plus 23% bonus armor. So obviously, the cooldown is 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. But guys, you want to put this into consideration. When you're using this with Intimidate, you can just get a lot of damage. So for you that don't know, that's the information there for you. Of course, I know some of you are looking at this like, DA, this is old news, we know this, but I still got to help out some of the people. So for the skills, what are we using? The shield and the decoy. I just like to use the decoy. If I'm low on health, I can pop this and they're not going to be able to see my HP bar, which means they're going to be wondering if I'm low or if I'm healing. So it kind of gets them panicking, it kind of confuses them as well at the same time, so I can get a chance to get them down. The shield is just literally to proc instinct. So for our stats, what have we got here? We have 50% crit chance on our vector, decent. For me, I find 50% and above is fine. 45, not good for me. But for me, 50% is fine. And for the crit damage, we're sitting at 174%. So, I can make this higher by getting some of my pieces maxed out crit damage. As you can see, not all of them are maxed out crit damage. So if I can get that and get better mods, I will be sitting at maybe touching 180, which is decent. But for me right now, this is enough. I'm hitting hard. I'm surviving. I'm being able to pop kits at the right time. This all comes into play when you use builds like this because there's no regen, there's no hazard. The survivability is quite limited. But this is why I like to use this in duos and groups with my clan. This is the build I kind of use when I'm group time. So for the armor damage, we've got 19% there. This is coming from the brand set of walkers, the vector, which is damage to armor attribute on the gun, and it's also coming from the contractor's glove, which is the 8%. So it's all adding up to 19% armor damage, which is really nice. You guys can go towards whatever you want, just like I said. But guys, this is my main PvP build when I'm in groups, duos, just like I said. Tell me what your build is. What do you like to run in groups? Is it the bleed chest piece? Is it True Patriot? Is it status effect builds? Put it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys do in PvP, man. I would like to know. But if you guys enjoyed this build video, please hit the like button. 100 plus likes as usual. Content is going to keep flowing throughout the week. I'll try my best, man. I promise you guys. But if you're new to the channel and you like the content you're seeing, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please, guys. We're so close to 10k. We're not far off. When we get there, I got a huge surprise for you guys. So just make sure we touch that 10k by the end of the year. I would really appreciate it. It's been Division Addiction. Peace.